This blog is a great blog, and it's why most people don't trust SEO agencies. Great topic. Um, Nearly every time I pick up the phone and answer an SEO inquiry, the most common complaint everyone always says is we simply don't trust SEO agencies. I totally understand this, and I sympathise with these people who've been ripped off and burnt by SEO agencies and SEO companies in the past. Basically, and simply put, SEO agencies have a really bad reputation, and this is for a good reason. Many of them are shonks and have been ripping off Australian businesses for years. It's a real shame because I get put in the same basket as these guys, and it takes a lot of convincing on my behalf to these people that we're not like the rest of the rotten bunch. These people are very upset about what's happened in the past, and they simply don't trust SEO agencies. I'd honestly say that 8 out of 10 people I speak to regarding their SEO have some kind of horror story to tell. So I put together a whole bunch of reasons why most people either hate SEO agencies or will never deal with them again, and why most people simply don't trust them. The list is huge. It's massive, but these are just a few that come to mind. The first reason is bad rankings. The most common reason that people don't trust SEO agencies is that their rankings have either slipped or have gone nowhere. Most businesses rely on Google, as you all know, to generate sales inquiries and sales leads. And if they're going nowhere on Google, then this is a business killer. So many SEO agencies will promise the world to get your business, but when it comes to actual results, performance, they simply can't deliver. This is a major complaint, and I hear it all the time. They say their rankings have just sat on page 2 or 3, and they're going nowhere. People say that when they spoke to their SEO agency initially, they were told that they would get to page 1 and they'd get heaps of phone calls and heaps of inquiries, but none of this has happened. Most people wait patiently, they do the right thing, they give it a year or so, but nothing's improved. In fact, most of their rankings have slipped over time, and this is all due to the negligence of their current SEO team. I mean, it's no wonder they don't trust us anymore. You mention the name SEO and people get really turned off, and it's all due to the actions of many of their past SEO providers. The next reason why businesses don't trust SEO agencies is the whole over-promise and under-deliver. I mean, SEO is really a competitive niche, and so many SEO agencies out there need to get clients to pay for their overhead, staff, etc. So this means they'll promise absolutely anything to get your business. Most of the time, when you initially speak to them over the phone, you're talking to a sales rep of the company who's on high sales targets, so it's in his or her interest to get your business no matter what. They'll make grandiose statements and promise you fantastic Google rankings just to get you to sign up. They'll say anything you want to hear. Really, give them a call and they'll say absolutely anything, like, oh yes, we can definitely get you there. Once you've committed to them and signed up, you're stuffed. It's terrible. Basically, you've been led down the garden path of lies by sweet-talking salespeople who have got their sales pitch fine-tuned. They do this day in and day out, and they know exactly what to say, and they know exactly what you want to hear. And I mean, why wouldn't you sign up with them? I mean, after all, you want to be on Google, and the bloke you're speaking to on the phone sounds so nice, and it's really helpful, and so sincere. Problem is, he's the salesperson, and the reality of what he's telling you and what Google is looking for to rank your site are two different things completely. It's salespeople like this that give SEO agencies a really bad name and a really bad reputation. Another really bad thing that SEO agencies do that people absolutely hate and they don't trust us is the horror story of the 12-month contract. What happens here is the salesperson you speak to initially over the phone will want you to commit to a 12-month contract. And this is on the premise that they need this amount of time to see the results of the work they're doing. They'll tell you it takes Google all this time to index the link building that they're doing, and this is a complete load of rubbish. They say that we do things in a manner that takes a lot of time, and we need a year to see the results of our work. This is a complete lie, and the hidden agenda here is that they're actually wanting you to stay with them for a year and pay month by month without actually doing anything. Essentially, they're robbing you blind. And there's no way out of this, as you basically signed a binding 12-month contract. If you try and get out of it, they'll go legal on you. Trust me when I say this, they'll take you to court and demand that you fulfill the contract. This can be really expensive and a massive waste of time and lost opportunities, especially when they're not doing any SEO work and your rankings are going nowhere. This is why most people ask me when I speak to them, have we got to go on a 12-month contract? And I say, no, you don't have to. The way we work is on a month-by-month contract, and this is really the way it should be. If you like what we're doing, stay. If you don't, you're free to go. There are no exit fees, no penalties. It's just a month-by-month contract. And most people end up staying with us because they actually like the work that we've done. If you're listening to this, and I really want you to hear this, and you're on a 12-month contract and your rankings are not moving or not going anywhere, and you're being told to pay month after month, you've been told, yes, it will happen down the track, your rankings will improve, you have to do something about this because these guys are seriously shonking you, and you're probably going to end up harming your future SEO rankings. So I'd be really aware of this and be really careful. Lastly, second last, is that they hide their SEO efforts. A lot of SEO agencies will never disclose the work they're doing and claim that this work that they are doing or supposedly doing is confidential when you confront them. Why? Because they're doing nothing, or they're building some really bad backlinks and they're afraid to show you this. Of course, they're going to say it's their intellectual property and they're not going to show you what they're doing. Because if you knew what they were doing or lack of activity, you'd be alarmed. These guys hide behind smoke and mirror tactics in the hope you won't figure it out. But over time, most people do. But it leaves a really bad taste in the mouth of most businesses and creates a huge level of distrust among SEO agencies. If you don't know what's going on, if you don't know the work that they're doing, how on earth can you trust them? And I guess a huge reason why we're different is in this regard is because we will clearly show you the work we are doing in detailed monthly reports. We're completely transparent. We're completely open with the work we're doing. In fact, I love to show you the work we're doing. I'm proud of it. You'll see the actual links. You'll see the domain authority of the links we're doing. We'll show you the content we're creating. We'll show the work we're doing on your website. And this is really the crux of SEO and what it's about. Okay, lastly, why do most people distrust SEO agencies? And that is a lot of the work is done offshore. When you speak to them on the phone, initially they're going to tell you the work is done in their studio or in their office, but they'll never tell you that it's outsourced. It's just a lie. Most agencies send their work overseas because it's a lot cheaper. And in fact, if they do tell you it's done in-house, it's really, you got to be really careful about this. I'd be visiting their office to meet with their designers and meet with the people who are actually doing your SEO. A lot of SEO people you speak to are just freelancers who act as middlemen and offload it to someone else, most likely in India, the Philippines, or Eastern Europe, where SEO techniques are, let's say, just a little bit, suspicious. This is a massive lie, and they're pretending to be far, far bigger agencies than they really are. They're basically punching out of their way, which is not fair to you out there when you trust them with your internet marketing and your SEO. And this is why people don't trust SEO agencies. And when I say we do all our work here, we do all our work in-house. You're dealing with me, you're dealing with our designers. This is our studio here. I'm in the boardroom here talking. Nothing is outsourced, so you don't have to worry about that. I guess if you want to rank on Google and you want to work with a trusted company, I suggest you give me a call on Sydney 02 9360 8514, and we can see what's going on with your website. We can see what's happening in the past with your Google rankings, what's been done. And if you're not ranking it, you've been sitting on page 2 or page 3, and you find that no matter what you say to your SEO agency, you just can't seem to get a proper response or a proper answer, please give me a call, and we'll certainly sort things out for you. Thanks very much.